In a small town nestled between rolling hills and a shimmering lake, a young woman named Mia felt a deep ache in her heart. Her best friend Alex had moved away to a big city for a new job, leaving Mia in a world that felt suddenly emptier. The two of them had shared countless memories, late-night talks, laughter, and dreams about the future. Now, those moments seemed like distant stars, twinkling far away but unreachable. Mia often found herself staring at her phone, hoping for a message from Alex. She remembered the last day they spent together. They had walked along the lake, the sun casting a golden glow over everything. They promised to stay in touch, but as days turned into weeks, the messages became less frequent. Mia felt the distance grow like a dark cloud, pressing down on her chest. One evening, while sitting on her porch, Mia looked out at the sky. The stars were bright, and she thought about how they were like her friendship with Alex, beautiful but far away. She missed the warmth of their conversations and the comfort of knowing that someone understood her completely. She longed to reconnect, but didn't know how. What if Alex was too busy for her now? What if their friendship had faded like the sunset? As she sat there, Mia decided she couldn't let fear stop her. She took a deep breath and opened her phone. She stared at the screen for a moment, her heart racing. With trembling fingers, she typed a message. "Hey Alex, I miss you. How's the new city? Let's catch up." After hitting send, she felt a mixture of excitement and anxiety wash over her. What if Alex didn't respond? What if their friendship had changed forever? Days passed and Mia tried to keep herself busy. She went for walks, spent time with her family, and even started a new hobby of painting. But no matter what she did, a part of her felt incomplete. She often caught herself daydreaming about the time she and Alex had spent together, laughing until their sides hurt. Those memories were like a lifeline, pulling her back to happier times. Then, one rainy afternoon, Mia's phone buzzed. Racing, she grabbed it and saw a message from Alex. "Hey Mia, I miss you too. The city is crazy busy, but I'd love to catch up. How about a video call this weekend?" A wave of relief washed over her. Alex still wanted to connect. Mia quickly replied, agreeing to the call. That night, she felt a spark of hope. Maybe their friendship wasn't lost. Maybe it could be rekindled. When the weekend arrived, Mia set up her laptop in her cozy living room. She felt nervous but excited. As the time approached, she thought about how much she wanted to share her life with Alex again. She wanted to tell him about her new painting and how she had started a small garden in her backyard. She wanted to hear about his new adventures and the sights he had seen in the big city. When their video call finally started, Mia felt her heart leap. Alex's face appeared on the screen and he smiled broadly. "Mia, you look great," he said, and for a moment it felt like no time had passed at all. They talked and laughed, sharing stories that made them both feel connected again. "I've been feeling a bit lost without you," Mia admitted, her voice softening. "It's hard not having you around." "I know what you mean," Alex replied. "I've been busy, but I miss our talks. I didn't realize how much I needed them until I was away." As the conversation flowed, Mia felt the distance between them shrink. They talked about their dreams, their fears, and how they could support each other even from far away. They made plans to video call regularly, ensuring that their friendship would remain strong despite the miles. By the end of the call, Mia felt lighter, as if a dark cloud had lifted. She realized that even though they were physically apart, their bond was still alive. They were like stars in the night sky, sometimes distant, but always shining brightly for each other. As she closed her laptop, Mia looked out at the stars again, this time with a smile. She thought about how humans, with their capacity for love and connection, could overcome distance and challenges. She knew that no matter how far apart they were, she and Alex would always find a way to reconnect. After all, in a galaxy full of unknowns, the bond they shared was a powerful force, making them resilient and hopeful. In that moment, she understood that even in a universe filled with darkness, the light of friendship could shine through, guiding them back to each other. And so, the dark truth about humanity became clear. They were not only capable of surviving, but also of thriving against the odds, driven by hope and love. After the video call with Alex, Mia felt a renewed sense of hope. Their friendship had begun to heal, but the distance still lingered like a shadow over her heart. Although they promised to talk regularly, Mia couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing. She wanted to feel closer to Alex, to share more than just words through a screen. She wanted to feel connected, as they had before he moved away. As the days passed, Mia busied herself with work and hobbies, but the evenings often felt long and lonely. She missed the simple things, like watching movies together and sharing snacks. Whenever she saw a funny meme or a beautiful sunset, she would instinctively reach for her phone to share it with Alex, only to remember he wasn't there. The ache in her chest grew stronger, reminding her of the bonds they had and the distance that now separated them. One evening, as Mia sat on her porch watching the sunset, she felt an idea spark in her mind. What if she could create something special to send to Alex, something that would remind him of their friendship and the memories they shared? Inspired, she rushed inside and grabbed her art supplies. She decided to paint a picture of the lake where they had spent so many happy days together. As she worked, the colors flowed from her brush, and she lost herself in the process. Each stroke brought back memories of laughter and warmth. She painted the shimmering water, the vibrant trees, and the sky transitioning from orange to purple. With every detail, she felt more connected to Alex, as if he was right there beside her. Once the painting was finished, Mia took a step back to admire her work. It captured the essence of their friendship and the beauty of their shared moments. She carefully wrapped the painting and wrote a heartfelt letter to go along with it. In the letter, she expressed how much she missed him and how their friendship meant the world to her. She wanted him to know that even though they were apart, she cherished their bond and believed in their ability to stay connected. The next day, Mia rushed to the post office, her heart racing with excitement. As she mailed the package, she imagined Alex's face when he received it. Would he smile? Would he feel the same warmth that she felt while creating it? The thought filled her with joy and anticipation. Days turned into a week, and Mia eagerly awaited Alex's reply. Each time her phone buzzed, her heart would leap, hoping it was him. Finally, one afternoon, she received a message that made her heart soar. It was a photo of Alex holding the painting, a wide grin on his face. "Mia, this is amazing. I can't believe you sent this. It's like I'm back home," he wrote. Tears of joy filled Mia's eyes as she read his words. She felt a rush of happiness knowing that her effort had brought them closer. In his message, he shared how he had hung the painting in his new apartment, making it a part of his home, described how it reminded him of their adventures and how much he wanted to make new memories together. Even from afar, Mia replied quickly, sharing her excitement and gratitude. They began to exchange messages more frequently, sharing snippets of their daily lives. Mia learned about Alex's new job and the city's vibrant culture, while Alex asked about Mia's art and her garden. Their conversations blossomed, weaving their lives together despite the miles that separated them. One night, as Mia lay in bed, she reflected on how far they had come. What once felt like an insurmountable distance now seemed manageable. They had turned their feelings of loneliness into a source of strength, proving that their friendship could withstand any challenge. In that moment, Mia realized that humans possess an incredible ability to adapt and connect, even in the face of adversity. They were not just individuals drifting through life. They were capable of forming deep connections that could bridge any gap. This resilience, this hope, was what made humanity so extraordinary. As she drifted off to sleep, Mia felt a sense of peace. She understood that while distance could create challenges, it could also inspire creativity and strengthen bonds. She believed in the power of friendship, knowing that no matter how far apart they were, they could always find a way to reconnect. The galaxy was vast, filled with unknowns, much like her journey with Alex. But she was ready to face whatever came next, fueled by hope and the unwavering belief that love and friendship could conquer even the darkest of distances. And so, the dark truth about humanity shone brighter. They were not just survivors. They were dreamers, creators, and connectors, lighting up the universe with their bonds of friendship. With each passing day, Mia felt a growing sense of connection with Alex despite the distance that separated them. Their messages had become a regular part of her routine, filling her heart with warmth and excitement. Yet there were still moments when she felt a pang of sadness, longing for the days when they could share laughter and adventures in person. One particularly gray afternoon, as rain pattered against her window, Mia sat on her couch with a cup of tea. She thought about how far they had come since Alex moved away. Their friendship had transformed from daily hangouts to late-night video calls and messages filled with emojis. But something still felt incomplete. She craved the sound of his laughter and the comfort of his presence. As she gazed out at the rain-soaked world, an idea began to form in her mind. What if she could plan a surprise visit to see Alex? It would be a bold move, but she could feel the excitement bubbling inside her. She quickly grabbed her phone and began searching for flights to the city where Alex lived. The thought of seeing him again made her heart race. After some searching, she found a flight that fit her budget and schedule. As she purchased the ticket, a sense of hope washed over her. This was her chance to reconnect, to bridge the gap that distance had created. She could hardly contain her excitement. She decided to keep the trip a secret until the day of her arrival. Wanting to see the surprise on Alex's face when he found out, the days leading up to her trip passed slowly. Mia prepared for her visit with a mix of excitement and nervousness. She packed her bag with care, including a few small gifts, a framed picture of the two of them at the lake, a new book she thought Alex would love, and a batch of homemade cookies. Each item reminded her of their friendship and the joy they had shared. Finally, the day of her trip arrived. Mia woke up early, her heart racing with anticipation. She traveled to the airport, her mind racing with thoughts of what it would be like to see Alex again. Would he be surprised? Would he be happy? She imagined the look on his face when she stepped off the plane and into his world. After a smooth flight, Mia arrived in the bustling city. As she made her way to Alex's apartment, she could hardly believe that she was finally here. The tall buildings and busy streets felt so different from her small town, but she was determined to find her way. With her heart pounding in her chest, she approached his building and took a deep breath. Mia stood in front of the door, her palms sweating. She was about to knock when she hesitated. What if this was a bad idea? What if he didn't want to see her? But deep down she knew that this was what she wanted. She had to take the leap. Gathering her courage, she knocked on the door. A moment later, the door swung open, and there stood Alex, his eyes widening in shock. "Mia," he exclaimed, disbelief written all over his face. "What are you doing here?" Mia couldn't help but laugh, her nerves melting away. "Surprise. I wanted to see you." Alex's expression transformed from shock to joy as he pulled her into a warm embrace. "I can't believe you came. This is amazing." As they stepped inside, Mia felt an overwhelming sense of happiness. The distance that had once felt so daunting now seemed trivial. They spent the afternoon catching up, sharing stories and reminiscing about their adventures. Alex took her to his favorite spots in the city, introducing her to new experiences and sights. As they walked through a beautiful park, Mia looked at Alex and felt a surge of gratitude. "I really missed you," she admitted. "I wanted to show you how much our friendship means to me." Alex smiled, his eyes shining. "Means the world to me, too. I've been feeling distant without you here. This visit is exactly what I needed." In that moment, Mia realized that their friendship was stronger than any distance. They had faced the challenge of separation and emerged even more connected. They were like two stars in the night sky, shining brightly despite the vastness of space separating them. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Mia felt a renewed sense of hope. She understood that while life could take them on different paths, their bond would always remain strong. They were resilient, able to find their way back to each other no matter the obstacles. From that day forward, Mia knew that distance could not weaken their friendship. They would continue to support one another, sharing their lives and dreams, even if they were miles apart. And so, the dark truth about humanity shone through. They were not just survivors, but they were also creators of love and hope, capable of bridging any gap in the universe. Asterisk, after Mia's surprise visit to see Alex, she returned home filled with joy and warmth. Their time together had been everything she had hoped for, and more. They laughed, shared stories, and created new memories that felt like sunbeams in her heart. But as the days passed, Mia found herself feeling a familiar sense of distance creeping back in. Despite the joy of their reunion, the reality of being apart again weighed heavily on her. Mia settled back into her routine, but her thoughts often drifted to Alex. She missed the little things, the way they could talk about anything. For hours, their inside jokes, and the comfort of knowing he was just a short drive away. Now, he was back in the city, and she was in her small town. Feeling the space between them like an invisible wall, determined not to let the distance bring her down, Mia decided to channel her feelings into something positive. She thought about how she could share her world with Alex, just as he had shared his with her during her visit. She wanted him to feel connected to her life, even from afar. Inspired by their love for art, she decided to start a creative project, a scrapbook filled with memories, photos, and little notes that would bridge the gap between them. Mia gathered supplies, colorful paper, stickers, and markers. She began by printing photos from their time together, pictures of them laughing by the lake, enjoying ice cream, and exploring the trails. Each image brought back a flood of memories, reminding her of the strong bond they shared. She carefully arranged the photos in the scrapbook, adding captions and doodles to make it personal. As she worked, Mia felt a sense of purpose. This project was more than just a scrapbook. It was a way to express her feelings and show Alex how much he meant to her. She included little notes about her daily life, her new art projects, the garden she was nurturing, and even her thoughts on the latest book she was reading. She wanted him to know that even though they were apart, he was always in her heart. One evening, as Mia was putting the finishing touches on the scrapbook, her phone buzzed with a message from Alex. "Hey, just finished a new painting. Can't wait to show you." The excitement in his text made her smile. She loved that they could still share their creativity with each other, even from miles away. Mia quickly replied, telling him how much she missed their art sessions together and how she was working on a special project for him. She could feel the anticipation building inside her. She couldn't wait to share the scrapbook and see his reaction. After completing the scrapbook, Mia sealed it in a box, along with a heartfelt letter expressing her feelings. In the letter, she wrote about how much their friendship meant to her, how it had helped her through tough times, and how she believed in their ability to stay connected despite the distance. She wanted Alex to know he was never alone, no matter where he was. The next day, she took the box to the post office, her heart racing with excitement. As she handed it over to the clerk, she imagined Alex opening it, his face lighting up with surprise and joy. She hoped it would bring him the same warmth that their time together had given her. Once the package was sent, Mia felt a wave of relief. She had taken an important step to reconnect, and now it was in Alex's hands. Days passed, and she, eagerly, awaited his response. Would he like the scrapbook? Would it remind him of their bond? Finally, a week later, Mia received a message from Alex. "Mia, I just got your package. I can't believe you made this for me. It's incredible." Her heart soared as she read his words. He sent her pictures of the scrapbook, flipping through the pages and smiling at the memories they had created together. "I love it. You captured everything so beautifully. It means so much to me," he wrote. Mia felt a rush of happiness as she read his response. The distance that had once felt like a chasm now seemed like a small hurdle they could overcome together. They began to share even more about their lives, sending photos and updates, keeping each other involved in their daily routines. In the weeks that followed, Mia and Alex found new ways to connect. They started a virtual art night, where they would paint together over video calls, sharing ideas and techniques. They also began to plan another visit. Eagerly discussing the places they would explore together, Mia realized that their friendship was a powerful force, capable of transcending distance. Even though they were physically apart, they had found a way to stay connected, proving that love and friendship could overcome any obstacle. As she lay in bed one night, Mia reflected on how humans possess an incredible ability to adapt and find hope in difficult situations. They were not just survivors. They were creators, dreamers, and connectors. In that moment, she felt grateful for her friendship with Alex and the strength they both shared. The universe may be vast and full of unknowns, but Mia knew that their bond was unbreakable. They were like stars shining bright in the night sky, guiding each other through the darkness. And so, the dark truth about... As the weeks turned into months, Mia and Alex continued to strengthen their bond, but the feeling of distance still lingered. They spoke often, laughing and sharing their lives. Yet there were moments when Mia felt a wave of sadness wash over her. She missed the spontaneity of their friendship, the little adventures, the shared silences, and the comfort of simply being together. One Saturday afternoon, as the sun streamed through her window, Mia found herself staring at the painting she had created for Alex during her visit. It hung on the wall, a reminder of their time together, but it also served as a bittersweet symbol of their separation. She longed to create more memories with him, to experience life side by side rather than through a screen. Mia decided she wanted to do something special, something that would remind them both of the connection they shared. She thought about how they had always loved exploring new places and trying out new activities together. What if she could plan a virtual adventure? She could create a themed day for them, something that would bring a little fun and excitement into their lives. With a spark of inspiration, Mia began to make a plan. She remembered how they had always talked about visiting a local art museum together. While they couldn't physically go to an art museum, they could explore one virtually. Many museums offered online tours, and Mia realized this could be the perfect way to connect and share an experience together. Mia spent the next few hours researching different museums that offered virtual tours. She found one that featured famous paintings and interactive exhibits. Excited, she sent Alex a message. "Hey, how about a virtual art museum day next Saturday? We can explore together and talk about our favorite pieces." To her delight, Alex replied almost immediately, "That sounds amazing. I'm in. Can't wait." His enthusiasm made Mia's heart swell. She felt a renewed sense of hope, knowing they could still create experiences together, even from a distance. As the week went by, Mia prepared for their virtual adventure. She made a list of questions to discuss about the art they would see, and she even planned to make some snacks for them to enjoy during the tour. The thought of sharing this experience with Alex made her feel giddy with excitement. On the day of their virtual museum visit, Mia set up her laptop in her cozy living room. She made popcorn and cut up some fruit, ready to enjoy a fun afternoon. As she waited for the call, she felt a mix of nerves and anticipation. Would this bring them closer? Would they enjoy it as much as she hoped? When the video call started, Alex's face appeared on the screen, and his excitement was contagious. "Hey, Mia, I'm ready for this adventure," he said, grinning from ear to ear. "Me too. Let's explore together," she replied, feeling the warmth of their connection. They logged on to the virtual museum together, and Mia felt a thrill as they began to navigate through the galleries. They shared their thoughts about the art, discussing their favorite pieces and what they loved about each one. Mia loved the way Alex's eyes lit up when he talked about the colors in a painting or the story behind it. As they explored, they stumbled upon a beautiful landscape painting that reminded Mia of the lake where they had spent so many happy days. "Oh, this looks just like our spot," she exclaimed, her heart swelling with nostalgia. "It really does. I can almost hear the water," Alex replied, and they both laughed, the sound filling the space between them as they continued their virtual adventure. Mia realized that this experience was more than just a fun outing. It was a reminder that their friendship could transcend any distance. They were finding ways to connect, to share moments, and to create new memories, even when they were apart. After the museum tour, Mia and Alex decided to play a game they had enjoyed together in the past. They took turns asking each other fun questions and sharing stories, laughter echoing through the screen. Time seemed to fly by, and Mia felt lighter, as if the weight of distance had lifted. As the sun began to set, Painting the sky in vibrant hues, Mia looked at Alex and felt a wave of gratitude. "Thank you for today. I really needed this," she said sincerely. "Me too, Mia. It was so much fun." Sled. "I love how we can still share experiences, no matter where we are," Alex replied, his eyes shining with warmth. In that moment, Mia understood that their friendship was a powerful force capable of overcoming any challenge. They were not just surviving the distance. They were thriving in it, using their creativity and love to build a bridge between their worlds. As she closed her laptop later that evening, Mia reflected on their journey. She realized that humans have an incredible ability to adapt, to find hope, and to connect deeply with one another, even in tough situations. They were not just individuals. They were a community, capable of building relationships that could withstand the test of time and distance, with a heart full of hope. Mia knew that their bond would continue to grow, no matter where life took them. They were like stars in the night sky, shining brightly, always there for each other, guiding one another through the darkness. And so, the dark truth about humanity became clear. They were not only survivors, but also dreamers and connectors, lighting up the universe with their love and friendship, asterisk as the seasons changed. Mia found herself feeling a mix of emotions. The warmth of summer had given way to the crisp air of autumn. The leaves turned brilliant shades of orange and gold, but despite the beauty of the season, she often felt a pang of sadness. Mia missed Alex more than ever. Their virtual art adventures had brought them closer. But there were still moments when the distance felt like a heavy weight on her heart. One evening, Mia sat on her porch, wrapped in a cozy blanket and sipping hot cocoa. The world around her was alive with the colors of fall, but her thoughts were far away. She remembered how Alex had been her partner in crime for all of their adventures. They had climbed hills, explored parks, and even attended art fairs together. Now those memories felt like echoes of a distant past. Mia pulled out her phone and scrolled through her photos, looking for something to ease her heartache. She stumbled upon a picture of them at the art fair. They were both laughing, with paint splatters on their clothes, surrounded by colorful displays of artwork. She smiled at the memory, but her heart ached, knowing that those moments were now far behind them. Just then her phone buzzed with a message. It was Alex. "Hey, Mia. I was thinking about our art fair adventure today. I miss those days." Mia felt a surge of warmth. "Me too. It was so much fun. We should plan something like that again," she quickly typed back, hoping to keep the conversation flowing. As they exchanged messages, Mia felt a glimmer of hope. Their friendship was still strong, but as the conversation continued, she realized that they both felt the distance. "I wish we could do something together again," Alex wrote. "Being apart is tough." Mia's heart sank a little as she read his words. She knew they had been doing well at staying connected, but now she wanted to do more. She wanted to create a new adventure, something that would bring them back to that feeling of closeness they once shared. That night, after saying goodnight to Alex, Mia lay in bed, turning ideas over in her mind. What if she could organize a virtual art show? They could each create new pieces of art and then showcase them to each other over a video call. It could be their way of celebrating their friendship and creativity while bringing a piece of their worlds together. The next day, fueled by excitement, Mia began to plan the virtual art show. She created a timeline for when they would each work on their pieces. She decided to make her artwork represent the beauty of their friendship, the adventures they had shared, the laughter, and even the challenges of being apart. As she painted, Mia poured her heart into the canvas. She used bright colors to depict the lake where they had spent so many sunny days together, surrounded by trees and the sky. She painted the moments they had shared, moments filled with joy, creativity, and hope. Each brushstroke felt like a step toward reuniting their spirits, even if they were miles away. When the day of the virtual art show arrived, Mia felt a flutter of nerves and excitement. She set up her laptop and arranged her artwork in the background. She glanced at her phone, waiting for Alex to join the call. When he finally appeared on the screen, Mia's heart raced. "Wow, Mia, your painting is beautiful. Really captures our adventures," he exclaimed, his eyes shining with admiration. "Thank you. I wanted to show you how much our friendship means to me, Mia replied, feeling a warmth spread through her. I can't wait to see your piece, as Alex revealed. His artwork, Mia gasped in surprise. He had painted a vibrant cityscape filled with bright lights and energy, reflecting his new life in the city. This is amazing, Alex. It really shows how much you've embraced your new home, she said, genuinely impressed. They took turns, discussing their pieces, sharing the stories behind them, and the emotions they had poured into their art. With each conversation, Mia felt the distance between them shrink. They were sharing their lives, their creativity, and their dreams. Just as they had done before, after the art show, they decided to continue their virtual hangouts regularly. They made plans to explore new art styles together, to challenge each other creatively and to keep their friendship alive. As the days turned into weeks, Mia realized that their bond was stronger than ever. They were not just surviving the distance, they were thriving, using their creativity and love for. As winter settled in, Mia felt the chill in the air. But her heart was warming with the memories she had created with Alex. Their virtual art show had rekindled a spark in their friendship, and they had made a pact to keep their connection alive. Despite the distance, however, the long cold nights often left Mia feeling lonely. She missed the spontaneous laughter and the feeling of having Alex close by. One snowy evening, as she watched the snowflakes dance outside her window, Mia felt a wave of nostalgia wash over her. She remembered their adventures in the summer, the way they would explore the local parks, laughing and sharing dreams. Now, their conversations were filled with creativity and art, but she still yearned for more shared experiences. That night, she prepared for bed, an idea sparked in her mind. What if they could create something together, something that would remind them of their shared adventures? Mia had always wanted to write a story with Alex, weaving their experiences together into a beautiful narrative. This could be their chance to collaborate, to bring their worlds together in a new way. The next day, Mia sent Alex a message. Hey, how about we write a story together? We can make it about our adventures and the places we've been. What do you think? To her delight, Alex responded quickly. Sounds amazing. I'd love to. Let's do it. His enthusiasm made Mia's heart soar. They quickly set up a video call to brainstorm ideas. When they connected, Mia could see the excitement in Alex's eyes. So, what should our story be about? He asked, grinning. Mia thought for a moment. How about a journey through a magical world that reflects our friendship? We can include all the places we've been together and add some adventure along the way? That's perfect, Alex replied, his voice full of energy. We can use our favorite memories as inspiration. As they began to outline their story, the ideas flowed like a river. They decided to create a fantasy world where two friends, inspired by their own personalities, went on a quest to find a lost treasure. Along the way, they would face challenges that tested their friendship, but ultimately, their bond would guide them through. Mia felt a rush of joy as they wrote together, sharing laughter and excitement. They took turns adding to the story, each sentence building upon the last. It was as if they were sitting together in the same room, creating magic with their words as they wrote. Mia couldn't help but feel a deep sense of hope. This project was more than just a story. It was a celebration of their friendship, a reminder that even though they were apart, they could still create something beautiful together. After a few days of writing, they had crafted several chapters. Weaving in memories of their adventures, they included the time they got lost in the woods, but ended up discovering a hidden waterfall, and the sunny afternoons spent at the art fair, surrounded by colors and creativity. Each chapter felt like a piece of their hearts, bringing them closer together. One evening, as they read through the story, Mia felt a wave of emotion. This is really special, Alex. I love how we've captured our friendship in this story, she said, her voice filled with sincerity. I do too, he replied, his eyes shining. It shows that no matter where we are, we can always create magic together. As winter continued, they not only finished their story, but also decided to share it with their friends and family. They set up a small virtual reading event where they would take turns reading their favorite parts, bringing their characters to life. The response from their friends was overwhelmingly positive. People loved the story and praised their creativity. Mia felt a sense of pride swell in her chest. They had transformed their feelings of distance into something meaningful and connected. In those moments, Mia realized that humans possess a unique ability to adapt and thrive. They can take challenges, such as distance and loneliness, and turn them into opportunities for growth. She understood that their friendship was a testament to their resilience and creativity as she lay in bed that night. She reflected on their journey. She felt grateful for Alex and the bond they shared. They had faced the challenges of distance together, proving that love and friendship could conquer any obstacle. Mia smiled as she thought about how they had taken their experiences and turned them into a beautiful story. They were like stars, shining brightly in the vast universe, connected by their creativity and love. In the end, the dark truth about humanity became clear. They were not just survivors of their circumstances, but dreamers and creators, capable of building bridges and lighting up the world with their friendships. And Mia knew that no matter where life took them, they would always find a way to reconnect, reminding each other that the bonds of friendship could withstand the test of time and distance.